Beats by Lonze, back with another video.
Tightrope, stayed on my back. Tightrope, stayed on my back. Tightrope, stayed on my back. Tightrope, stayed on my back.
Beats by Lonze, happy holidays. Let's get to season 2. What's going on, Beats by Lonze fam? Another video. This is what I learned about the SP404 Mark II 1 year later. Now, I've had the SP404 for a couple years, and I can, without a shadow of a doubt, tell you all that I have played with the SP404 more this year than I have ever played with it ever. Now, that may sound good to some of y'all, but in reality, I barely touched this thing. This thing has collected more dust in my studio than any equipment that I have in my studio. So, yeah, to the discredit of my studio and for me being a drum machine specialist, this should have been a machine that I really put some time into, but I have not been motivated to use this machine. Now, I have reached out to a couple buddies of mine, and we have talked about them teaching me how to use the SP404. Now, I have used it in conjunction with the MPC-1, and I was able to use its MIDI functions to play my samples onto the MPC-1. And that came out really good. Like, I like the way that it intuitively played with the MPC-1. However, on its own, standalone, just ain't my cup of tea just yet. However, I'm not going to get rid of this machine. I'm going to keep this machine because I will learn the machine. It's just taking me a little bit more time than I would have liked to use on a machine. Now, again, if you all have touched the build quality of it, you know that this is plastic. It is a different body style than the previous version. The previous version was more like the hard, solid tank, aluminum kind of build. And this build is kind of like it brings you to the 21st century, but it still leaves something to be desired. Like, I just don't like the format of it. If I'm being honest with you, can I be honest with you? I don't like the format of it, and it just don't work for me. However, I will make it work for me because I am hearing from the music heads that this machine is a machine that really, that you get your bang for your buck. So, again, I won't get rid of it. However, I will learn to use it, which, it's very concerning to me when I have a piece of equipment that I just can't use and I just don't feel motivated to use it. This machine doesn't make me motivated, like happy to say, oh, I'm coming to the studio to make beats. I don't like menu diving. So a lot of this is, it has secondary functions such as shift and something else. But let me talk about the things that I do like about it. Now, one of my complaints with the old SPs was that, I couldn't do like the lazy chop, and I couldn't see what was happening inside of the machine. So now, with the 404 Mark II, they gave us screen real estate. So now we can actually see what's happening with each button that we touch, and we can actually see what we're chopping, and that is actually good. So I enjoyed that part about it. It is a good assistant tool. I can tell you that. It is a good assistant tool when you just kicking out a pass, to your teammate. This is a good teammate. However, as I'm being told, it's a good machine to use on its own. So what I've learned 1 year ago from today about the SP404, I still hadn't picked it up as much as I thought that I would have picked it up. That's what I learned. What I did learn is that it does have really good outgoing sound as far as like when you sample into it and you make your you make you add your effects to it and then you send it back out. Beautiful. Everything sounds good with it, but I needed it to be more just like easier to pick up. This is too much thinking for my brain. So until I'm able to get through the rest of my machines and actually learn the process and get it, this is kind of a L to me for now. So that's my thoughts and thoughts of it. So if you have any comments about it, leave the comments down in the comment section, and maybe this time next year, I'll be singing a different song about the SP404 Mark II. But for now, it is the least played machine in my studio. So with that being said, peace out, much love, happy holidays, peace.